This the TempahZone podcast.
Will.I.Am, I'm just gonna go straight to the topics. I ain't got no time to waste. Will.I.Am coming out here with some controversial conversation on the state of hip-hop. Now, Will.I.Am says, the problem with hip-hop is everybody could do it. It doesn't take much fucking skill right now to make hip-hop. It's becoming the lowest hanging fruit. It's no longer about Rakim level, Nas level, not the deep metaphorical simile shit. Now, I had put out a poll on my Instagram story about this, and a majority of people agreed with Will.I.Am. And there were some people that disagreed. Now, you're probably wondering, Amir, what do you think about these comments? Well, I'm going to be real with y'all, man. I had to think long, hard about this one because it's a tough one. Yeah, I see where Will.I.Am's coming from, but ultimately, I disagree. In the 90s, 80s, there was plenty of trash music that were hits. Plenty of songs out there that weren't legitimate, lyrical, miracle type rap that were hits. Now, in today's day and age, we see the Little Pumps and the Black Boy JBs and the designers, and we say to ourselves, oh, hip-hop's over. Hip-hop's done. It's not the same what it used to be. And we completely forget about Kendrick Lamar, about J. Cole, about a guy like J.I.D. who's on the come up, a guy like Ski Mask who's pretty lyrical, a guy like Meek Mill who's being deep. We forget that these guys exist. It's really easy to say hip-hop's in this bad state, but I think the reason why we say that is because the internet. Not to play off of Childish Gambino, but I think because of the internet, we see more hip-hop, we see more things talked about, and therefore we look at it and we say to ourselves, oh, wow, hip-hop's trash, because 80% of hip-hop, of music, is going to be quote-unquote trash. 20% of it we're going to look at as genius. A lot of songs that are hits are simple, and simple does not mean smart. We look at that and we say to ourselves, "Oh, that's nothing. Oh, there's nothing to that. Oh, like it probably took them 5 minutes to make that." And so what if a song takes 5 minutes to make? Is it catchy? Did you sing along to it? Does it get stuck in your head? Is it that earworm type shit? Then okay, then you can't say nothing about it. Look, I always say this. There are two types of music, simple and genius. I don't see an in-between, man. Because once you're in that in-between, it's, the lines get kind of blurred. It's really hard to look at it, So for me personally, I just see that hip-hop is fine right now. It's still good. We still got lyrical rappers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop's okay, and I think a lot of people... When time goes on, we look at the past and we only look at the best of. We never want to look at the trash that came out from the past. Because you could look at the 2000s and say, oh, some real dope music came out in the 2000s. But then you got to mention Laffy Taffy and them Franchise Boys and that whole sound where rap was not sound too good. That was around like 2004, 2005, 2006. So we got to understand that when we're in the moment, it's really easy to say something's trash because we are seeing it as it unfolds. But what we gotta remember is that you just gotta find the dope stuff. Because a lot of times when people say rap's trash, they're talking about the hits, And it's just... We need to get a better understanding, man. What's up, man? I know you got something to say. What you got to say, Washington?
I mean, I totally agree with you. And I think that a lot of the premise of where hip-hop started, we're thinking that it's straying away from that because the sound is changing. But we got to understand that when hip-hop first came out, it needed open-mindedness to bring it in and accept it. And that foundation is always going to be there, the traditional sound. Mm-hmm. But why not add more to the sound? I mean, like you said, we can always have the Kendricks, the J.I.D.s, the J. Coles that are going to have those lyrics. Mm-hmm. But why not add another aspect to it, a catchier aspect to it, and a different vibe that's going to take on more of the industry? Because now I'm not just listening to hip hop when I want to hear lyrics. I'm listening to hip hop when I want to just bump music in my car
Exactly.
and night drive.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like there's different ways we can take it, you know? Like people act like every single song has to be lyrical. Like some songs can just be fun and simple. Like it doesn't have to be this, you know, super intense triple entendre similes all over the place type rap, you know?
So true. I mean, like picture if conversation wise, every time you talk to like one of your buddies, one of your friends, like it was always just like a super in-depth conversation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that simple talking about the Pats and the Celtics, like
Yeah,
that basic
the weather.
just
Yeah, it's like it's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to keep it simple, you
it
know,
has
not
its niche.
yeah, not everything has to be genius. And a guy like Will.I.Am, he's a very revered artist in the hip hop music community. So, you know, people are going to listen to this and take it seriously because they know that he brings validity to the game. But I just, you know, I just think that people need to explore more of hip hop when they say that, you know, lyrics don't matter anymore. You know, melody is important, flow is important, delivery, all that stuff is cool. But I still think lyrics matter at the end of the day, you know? Like Drake, for example, in Non-Stop, when he's like, I'm light-skinned, but I'm still a dark nigga. Like, everyone's like, you know, like, you say that line's bad, but it stood out, you know?
Right.
It stood out to you. So, like, you know, there's many ways you could look at it.
Absolutely. My question is, who do you think that he's subtweeting in particular?
Blueface. You ever heard Blueface?
Nah, man. Do I wanna?
Probably not. Yeah, Blueface he's interesting. He's someone I found out about very recently.
Okay.
But Blueface, he's like he raps off beat sometimes, but not in the Outcast way. He does it in like this, just not in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can check him out. I mean, he's getting some buzz right now. He said he got a feature from Drake, so like, you know, yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
nowadays.
that's all you get that feature from Drake, your career takes off. Look at Lil Baby, Block Boy JB. Well, Dave got a feature from Drake, and that didn't help. You remember Dave?
Yeah.
Remember that one song? Yeah.
Random that it did it.
Yeah.
I hate how they're crediting Travis Scott's first single hitting #1 to Drake.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like he did so much on his end to get there, and they're like, the headline was Drake gets Travis Scott his first #1 hit. I was like, come on.
Yeah, don't do
Give
that.
the guy some credit.
Yeah. It's like, give that to Travis Scott, man. Like, let's let Travis Scott have his stuff.
Because that was a different category. Lil Baby came out, like, started building up, and then all of a sudden Drake, and it was boom, done. That was Drake getting him big, you know?
No, I totally agree with you on that one, man, because it's like, you know, like Travis Scott already had that momentum behind him, whereas Lil Baby, it was building up. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake was like the cherry on top.
100%. Numbers don't lie. Trends. Like, Scott was there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I totally agree with you on that one, man. But look, at the end of the day, if you agree with Will.I.Am, I ain't mad at you. I see where you're coming from, but I think what people need to see is that we need to explore more hip hop. I think a lot of people don't realize that there are many artists out here, like non-big names. Like I'm listening to Earth Gang, and they got some real like intricate stuff in their rhymes. Like Saba, he's got some intricate rhymes. Like there's a lot of artists out here who are doing big things and who are being lyrical. And I think we just need to explore more. You know, we got this. Look out into what we need to see and stop looking at the hits and, you know, and just blaming everything on Lil Pump and 6ix9ine. Like, there's more out there. There's a lot more out there, you know, because those are the guys that are getting it right now. Like, Lil Yachty got it when he was first coming out. Like, you know, he's the face of the trash rappers and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, but I feel like we could talk about this all day. So
forever, because it's such a statement. And, like, I agree to it. For some artists, though, like there's some artists who are just like trash.
Yeah,
You're saying nothing. You're helping nobody.
Yeah, I feel you, man. It's just, it's an interesting topic, and I literally could have dedicated this whole podcast to this, but